Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Europa Universalis IV in the Extended Timeline mod. Last episode I recall aiming to take over the Picts and Ireland. So, let's get to that. Now I recall aiming to focus on connecting this land up with my vassal, which would most likely take several wars. But I could just leave them as a vassal for an extended period of time while I take over northern lands here. I don't plan on expanding to other barbarian tribes due to the intricate networks of alliances there. Though if I do eventually begin taking them on, I might take on Frisia and try and take these two provinces. Mainly to get the... I would say that would make the borders look better in my opinion, though not everyone's going to agree. Either way, I'm going to focus on conquering Ireland just to get them out of the way, and then I'll be able to finish off the Picts relatively easily. Navarra's helping with a navy at least. They're not going to be disloyal due to the fact that even if they did view me as disloyal, I could easily put them in their place if they wanted to try and break free. Now, the Western Roman Empire didn't quite entirely collapse as I thought it would. Maybe this is because of their incredible economy, which enabled them to get lots of mercenaries. Now, technological reform will actually happen slightly after the government type change, which will make my units Western. Barbarian units last up to around 20. So here's these. And I'll eventually be... Around migration period is when I'll begin breaking the Roman Empire apart easily. Let's go into Leinster and begin taking that. Now, I'm not sure what the exact results of taking over a lot of land will be, but I at very least hope to surpass the Roman Empire and such. Such as where I'm taking land up here, and I will eventually have all the borders they have here. Picts are offering peace. Picts are allied with Leinster. Blade will be an entirely separate war. It means Connacht has to be sieged up for them to lose. Due to the fact I'm not at risk of losing anything much here, going around and blockade Donegal Bay. Hopefully get Connacht sieged as soon as possible. Leinster has nowhere to go, so they'll have to fight me either way. Munster's small fleet has been destroyed. I captured a ship. So I'm going to blockade their capital. I'll be taking them out very easily here. With Leinster actively eliminated and annexing nations like Connacht. So I can't annex them. This is connecting the northern lands up now. And I think I'll... 30 alone. That's 44 for extension. So that's more than enough. That connects the Irish territories I have taken. And I've just lost all my prestige thanks to a pretty terrible event. Now that increases my force limit some. It will primarily take effect when I've got lower autonomy in these areas. Once Ayrshire is called, I can begin calling Ulster, and I can call these two. Now, this will be a pretty considerable gain for me. Though not so much in terms of base tax, but just rather the fact that that's eliminated 2 enemies here and weakened the strongest one I have to the north. Even the one to the south now isn't too threatening. It wasn't too threatening before, but now it's just easy. Now, the Byzantine Empire has actually rivaled the Western Romans, a bit hilariously. Now they've got lots of pretender rebels somehow. I have no idea why they're just dying a lot. I think Parthia will actually likely supplement the Byzantine Empire due to the fact it collapsed very hard. Possibly due to certain factors like debt. Western Romans look like they're about to lose their last province here. I can't call any of these just yet. So I'll be waiting till I have these to call till I have this to call them, as I have no other option. there will be another army in Brabant to attack here against the Romans. And I think the barbarian tribes haven't really done much. This might be due to a lack of militaristic rulers, like Mundi and such. But there's a lot of balanced and there's a lot of diplo. The ones that are militaristic here actually appear to be the ones that are normally weaker. Now, there's been very little over here as well. I'm not sure what's going on. It seems like the AI's died. Stopped working. But I have no idea what is actually causing it. Now, going up against the Western Romans is going to be a difficult task. Either way I go about it. If I can begin chipping away at their lands up here, I should be able to deal with them for the large part. Now this is called, so I now have to call Ulster, and then I can call these two. Now Munster is, look at that aggressive expansion. And the Picts, they're about equal on that. Now, if I crack open the Western Roman Empire, the barbarians might start lunging at it, which would be pretty concerning actually, since I want the Western Roman Empire to be all mine. Now, taking most of this land is going to be a difficult task. The ones over here, such as which is bordered by tribes that I can't quite see, or at least can't deal with. Now, the Byzantium will not suffer from the events, and will actually most likely be more suffering to its rebels. The only nation I've seen break away from them so far is this, due to them no longer being a huge empire as well, though they're quite stable. They could try and regain some of their land, which would be quite devastating for me. Now, the war will be next episode, and I will be focusing on taking out the Western Roman Empire, and at least neutralizing it to gain some extra land here. And then that should begin paving the way for continuous future wars against them here. Take over that and then eventually push down here as a whole. Unite with this vassal, annex it, and then begin taking over Iberia. Then put me in the position to begin invading the, say, Tlamecan, if they are still the ones in power here. If it goes that way, I should have full authority over this area by, say, the 200s, which would enable me then to possibly begin pressing into the Roman heartland across here and then begin engaging the Byzantium. Either way, bye for now, see you all next time.